Choosing the right educational path for your child is a significant decision that shapes their future. The Montessori system, developed by Dr. Maria Montessori over a century ago, offers a unique approach to education that emphasizes self directed learning, independence, and respect for the child's natural psychological development. Here's a detailed comparison of some aspects of how the Montessori system will benefit your child as opposed to the conventional educational system. Learning approach. The Montessori approach is child centered and emphasizes self directed learning. Children choose activities based on their interest and learn at their own pace, promoting autonomy and deep engagement with the materials. Educators act as guides, supporting and facilitating each child's learning journey without imposing strict schedules or content. The conventional education system is typically teacher centered, with the teacher as the primary source of knowledge and authority. Learning is structured and linear with a standard curriculum and fixed timeframes. Students are expected to follow a set path, meet predefined objectives, often focusing on memorization and repetition. Educational philosophy. The Montessori philosophy emphasizes the process of learning and personal growth, recognizing that education should be a natural, enjoyable journey. It values each child's individuality and fosters a love of learning through exploration and self discovery. The conventional education philosophy focuses on content delivery and meeting standardized benchmarks. The primary goal is to ensure that students acquire the necessary knowledge and skills to progress through the educational system and succeed in standardized assessments. Classroom environment. Montessori classrooms are designed to be child-centric, featuring lower shelves, child-sized furniture, and accessible learning materials. This environment encourages independence and self-motivation, allowing children to move freely and choose their activities, fostering a sense of ownership over their own learning. Conventional classrooms are often standardized with uniform rows of desks facing a teacher's desk or blackboard. This setup is conducive to direct instruction and managing large groups of children, but can be restrictive and less accommodating of individual learning preferences or activities that require movement and exploration. Role of the teacher. In the Montessori system, teachers act as guides or facilitators. Their role is to observe each child's interest and developmental stage and provide appropriate materials and support. This approach fosters a nurturing environment where children are encouraged to explore and learn independently. Conventional teachers are authoritative figures who deliver instruction and manage classroom behavior and assess student performance. Their primary role is to convey information and ensure students meet standardized educational benchmarks, often using a more directive and less individualized approach. Curriculum flexibility. The Montessori curriculum is flexible and child-led, allowing students to explore subjects that interest them at their own pace. Learning is integrated and holistic, often driven by the child's curiosity and readiness rather than a rigid structure of subjects and schedules. The conventional mainstream curricula are typically rigid and standardized, with a fixed set of subjects and topics to be covered within a specific time frame. The emphasis is on meeting grade level expectations and preparing students for standardized testing, leaving little room for deviation based on individual interests. Age grouping. Montessori classrooms feature mixed age groups, usually spanning 3 years. This model promotes peer learning, where older students mentor younger ones and younger ones benefit from observing their older peers, fostering a collaborative and supportive learning environment. Students in conventional schools are grouped by age, with each grade level corresponding to a specific age range. This system assumes that children of the same age have similar learning needs, which can limit opportunities for peer learning across different developmental stages. Learning materials. The Montessori method employs specialized hands-on learning materials that are designed to be self-correcting and to stimulate sensory exploration. These materials support active experiential learning and help children understand abstract concepts through concrete manipulation. Conventional education typically relies on textbooks, worksheets, lectures, and digital resources, focusing on reading and listening as primary methods of information delivery. Learning materials are often standardized and may not care to diverse learning styles or preferences. Assessment method. Assessment in Montessori education is continuous and qualitative, based on regular observations and portfolios. Teachers assess students' progress by observing their engagement with learning activities and documenting their development rather than relying on tests and grades. The conventional systems assessments are quantitative, relying on standardized tests and exams to measure student performance. Grades and scores are usually used to evaluate achievement and progress, often focusing on memorization and the ability to recall information under exam conditions. Learning motivation. Montessori education fosters intrinsic motivation by allowing children to pursue their interests and engage in activities they find meaningful. This approach encourages a genuine love for learning as students are driven by curiosity and a desire to master new skills. Conventional education often emphasizes extrinsic motivation with a focus on grades, rewards, and consequences. Students may be motivated by the desire to achieve high marks or avoid punishment rather than a natural interest in the subject matter. Focus on subjects. In Montessori classrooms, learning is integrated across subjects through projects and thematic activities. This interdisciplinary approach helps children see the connections between different areas of knowledge and encourages a holistic understanding of the world. Conventional education typically separates subjects into distinct disciplines such as math, science, and language arts, each taught independently. This compartmentalization can limit opportunities for cross curricular connections and integrated learning experiences. Social interaction. Montessori education emphasizes collaboration and peer learning. The mixed age classroom setup encourages social interaction and cooperation, with older students acting as mentors to younger ones, fostering a sense of community and mutual support. Social interaction in conventional schools is often limited to peers of the same age. The competitive nature of many traditional classrooms can sometimes discourage collaboration, focusing instead on individual achievement and comparison. The developmental focus. Montessori education prioritizes the overall development of the child, including cognitive, social, emotional, and physical growth. Activities are designed to support each aspect of development, recognizing that learning is a multifaceted process. Conventional education primarily focuses on cognitive and academic development, often emphasizing the acquisition of knowledge and skills that can be measured through tests and exams. Social and emotional development may be considered secondary or addressed through separate programs. Independence. The Montessori method encourages self-discipline and independence by allowing children to choose their activities and work at their own pace. This autonomy helps students develop decision-making skills and a sense of responsibility for their own learning. Conventional education often promotes dependence on teacher instructions and guidance. The structured environment and set curriculum can limit opportunities for students to take initiative and develop independent learning skills. Problem solving. Montessori encourages exploration and creative problem solving by allowing children to engage with learning materials and activities that challenge them to think critically and find solutions independently. This approach nurtures innovation and adaptability. Conventional education tends to focus on finding the right answer to predefined problems. The emphasis is on accuracy and adherence to standard methods, which can limit opportunities for creative thinking and problem solving. Class size. Montessori classrooms typically have smaller class sizes, allowing for more personalized attention and support. Teachers can closely observe each student and tailor learning experiences to individual needs, fostering a more effective and supportive learning environment. Class sizes in conventional schools can be larger, often making it challenging for teachers to provide individualized attention. The focus is on managing groups of students and delivering standardized content, which can lead to a one size fits all approach. Parent involvement. Montessori education strongly emphasizes parental involvement and collaboration. Parents are encouraged to be active participants in their child's education through regular communication with teachers and involvement in school activities. Parent involvement in conventional schools varies, but is often limited to formal meetings such as parent-teacher conferences. Parents' roles are usually more passive, focusing on supporting homework and attending occasional school events. Time structure. Montessori education features flexible time structures, allowing children to work on activities for extended periods. This uninterrupted work time fosters deep engagement and concentration, enabling students to fully immerse themselves in their learning. Conventional education adheres to a rigid schedule with specific time slots allocated for each subject. This structure can limit opportunities for extended focus on a single task and may interrupt students' engagement just as they are fully immersed. Focus on learning style. The Montessori method is highly adaptable to various learning styles, recognizing that children learn in different ways. The use of hands-on materials, visual aids, and self-paced learning caters to a diverse needs and preferences, ensuring a more inclusive educational experience. Conventional education often takes a one-size-fits-all approach, focusing on auditory and visual learning through lectures and textbooks. This can be challenging for students with different learning styles, potentially leading to disengagement and frustration. Creativity and arts. Creativity and the arts are integral to the Montessori curriculum, which encourages children to express themselves and explore their interests. Art, music, and creative projects enhance learning and support emotional and cognitive development. In conventional schools, the arts are often considered extracurricular and secondary to core academic subjects. Creative activities may be limited to specific classes or clubs and are not always integrated into the main curriculum. Preparation for life. Montessori education emphasizes practical life skills and real-world applications. Activities such as cooking, gardening, and financial management are part of the curriculum, preparing students for independent living and fostering a sense of responsibility and self-sufficiency. Conventional education focuses primarily on academic skills and theoretical knowledge. While practical life skills may be taught in specific classes, the emphasis is generally on preparing students for further academic pursuits rather than everyday life. Behavior management. Montessori emphasizes self-regulation and natural consequences. Children are encouraged to understand the impact of their behavior on themselves and others, promoting intrinsic discipline and respect for community rules. Conventional behavior management often relies on rules, rewards, and punishments. Discipline is enforced through external controls, such as detentions or grade penalties, with a focus on compliance rather than understanding the underlying reasons for the behavior. Flexibility in learning. Montessori education is highly flexible, adapting to each child's interest and developmental needs. The curriculum is responsive and evolves with the child, allowing for a personalized and dynamic learning experience that supports continuous growth. Conventional education is less flexible, adhering to a standard curriculum and fixed progression paths. This rigidity can limit opportunities for personalization and may not accommodate the unique needs and interests of individual students. Critical thinking. Montessori education encourages questioning and independent thinking. Students are prompted to explore, experiment, and think critically about the world around them, fostering a mindset of inquiry and problem solving from an early age. Conventional education often emphasizes recall and the application of existing knowledge. The focus is on memorizing facts, and following established procedures which can limit opportunities for developing critical thinking and analytical skills. Teacher training. Montessori teachers receive specialized training in child development and Montessori methods. They are equipped with the skills to observe and support individual learning journeys, creating an environment that nurtures each child's potential. Conventional teacher training focuses on subject matter expertise and general pedagogy. Teachers are trained to deliver a standardized curriculum and manage classroom dynamics, often with less emphasis on individualized or developmental approaches. In conclusion, the Montessori system offers a holistic approach to education that nurtures children's intellectual, social, emotional, and physical development. By fostering a love for learning, promoting independence, and respecting each child's unique pace and interest, Montessori education prepares children not just for academic success but for a fulfilling and meaningful life. If you are looking for an educational system that aligns with these values and support your child's natural curiosity and love of learning, the Montessori method may be an excellent choice for your family.